It's one of the deadliest substances known to man. Ricin is a poison so toxic that a mere 3 milligrams, about 1/10 of a teaspoon's worth, is enough to kill a human. Odorless and tasteless once refined, it can be easily slipped into food or water, or even aerosolized and inhaled into the lungs. In its purest form, it's thought the amount obtained from a single castor bean could end 1,000 lives. Yet it's not the potency of ricin that makes it such a nightmare, or even the lack of antidote. No, it's how damn easy it is to make. Naturally occurring in the seeds of the castor bean, ricin can be cooked up by anyone with access to a coffee grinder and some basic chemistry knowledge. As a result, it has long been one of the most tempting substances for poisoners, bioterrorists, and governments looking to cause carnage. Used as a weapon since prehistory, today we're telling the story of ricin, nature's perfect poison. In terms of common household objects that are secretly nightmare murder machines, you couldn't get much more nightmarish or more murderous than Ricinius communis. The scientific name for the castor bean plant, Ricinius communis, grows across the world, cropping up naturally in tropical climates. It also crops up in a whole lot of American gardens, where it's valued for its easy growing and pretty colors. And that's something of a mind, because it also creates one of the deadliest poisons known to man. Found inside the seeds of the castor bean plants, ricin is to poisoners what the BFG was to the Doom franchise, the ultimate shortcut for just super killing everyone. As a toxin, ricin latches onto cells and stops them from making proteins. This means affected cells die en masse, leading to all sorts of horrible side effects for the animal they're a part of, and eventually leading to the ultimate side effect, death. Currently, there's no known antidote. Nothing doctors can do for you but try to alleviate your symptoms, cross their fingers, and hope for the best. Since eating as few as 2 castor beans could get enough ricin into your system to kill you, this is just a bit more than a little terrifying. But the good news is that accidental ricin poisoning is relatively rare. Rather than coating the seeds, ricin is found by pulping castor beans and separating out the different chemicals. Typically, this is when castor beans are mashed for producing castor oil, a process that happens on a grand scale each year without ever killing anyone. That means simply swallowing a castor bean almost certainly won't kill you, which is great news for negligent parents with toddlers determined to eat just about everything. Rather, it's chewing the seed that releases the ricin and makes it deadly. Down in Latin America, where castor beans are painted and made into jewelry, this occasionally results in teenagers who chew on their bracelets getting hospitalized. Really though, the chances of you unintentionally killing yourself with ricin are vanishingly small. It's when someone wants to deliberately poison you that things get terrifying. Ricin is painfully easy to make at home. While anyone wanting to kill someone with anthrax is going to have to first locate the spores, then get an advanced degree in microbiology to learn how to weaponize them, any would-be ricin poisoner just needs to nip to the store and buy some castor beans and a few other common products. After mashing the beans in their coffee grinder, the only step to getting a deadly poison is mastering chromatography, a process any chemistry undergrad could talk you through. And no, obviously, we're not going to go into any more detail than that. This is meant to be a piece of infotainment, not Exhibit A in some future federal prosecution. Thank you very much. Okay, so we've seen how terrifyingly easy it is for someone to make ricin. The obvious question is, what would happen if they poisoned you with it? If you've got a weak stomach, you should probably look away about now, because answering that question is where things are gonna get really icky. According to the Centers for Disease Control, there are 3 ways that you can be poisoned with ricin: ingesting it, being injected with it, and inhaling it. While each is about as fun as a porcupine enema, the specifics of their spiky embraces are wildly different. Let's start with the most obvious way of getting it into your system: ingesting it. Of all cases of ricin poisoning, this is by far the most common. It may be also the least pleasant. Within a few hours of being poisoned, or just stupidly chewing on some castor beans, you'd start to feel nauseous. This would be followed by extreme abdominal cramps, then vomiting, then bloody diarrhea. Inside your gut, the ricin would be attacking the cells, killing them, causing them to die in a microscopic genocide. But the damage wouldn't stop there. As the poison spread into your bloodstream, other organs would be affected. Liver failure, kidney failure, even failure of your central nervous system are all possibilities. While accidental ricin ingestion only results in death around 6% of the time, this would still be a roller coaster of pain. But if anyone really wanted to kill you, they'd probably use the next method: injection. For assassins, injection has long been the favoured method of ricin delivery, with good reason. Unlike ingesting ricin, injecting it doesn't quickly lead to cramps and projectile vomiting. Likely the first thing you'd notice is pain around the puncture wound, as the ricin